Aquarius. Happy December, you guys. So, Aquarius, let's see what we got going on. Now, I know last month we kind of had like an entanglement or something. I think it was Aquarius because I'm still kind of picking up that there could be something with a third party or cheating. Some of you, there's anxiety about love, which means that you could be in between. Like, I want to be with this person, but I want to be with this person. Or I'm with this person, but I'm attracted to this person. There could be more than one option that's coming in, and some of you may be having some type of confusion when it comes. I got an eyelash. I'm sorry, Aquarius. Some of y'all could be having some type of confusion when it comes to love. So there may be a little bit of, how can you say it, overage. Like when you're trying to break up with somebody, but you're not really sure, and then you start talking to somebody else, and then you're not really sure which way you want to go. For a few of you, you may have your relationship or your marriage challenged by something with cheating or temptation that's going to be coming in. Will not apply to everyone, but for some of you it will, because I feel like there could possibly be somebody from the past who comes back. So you could start dating someone and being like, okay, you know what, you're the one, you make me feel all oogly googly, I love you, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, here come that past creeping back in. I still love you, baby. I'm going to give it another try. And then all of a sudden, you're confused. I will say take your time, because some of you really don't know what you want. And I get that there's some self-healing that needs to happen, which means that if you're confused, if you're not sure which way you want to go, then you need to work on you before you even make a decision about these people. For some of you, this person from the past need to stay in the past. But you ain't hear that from me. You're going to have to make that decision yourself. You have free will when it comes to this, but I feel for a few of you, don't get caught up in memories that may not be exactly the way that you remember them. I hope that makes sense. It's almost like going back to a relationship because the person was so wonderful and you're only remembering the good things about the person, but you're forgetting the reason why the relationship went left anyway. So some of you, if the person really changes, give it time so you can see. Don't just go off of words, because I feel like a lot of you are going off of words and the actions don't add up. Okay, Aquarius? I do feel like that your focus is money, stability for your family. I keep getting this thing up. I want my family to be in a better position. I want my family not to have to struggle, or I want to be able to do more for my family. So you could be moving into this energy where it's like I'm focused on money or prosperity, but it's not necessarily just for you. Could be that you feel like I have other people I need to take care of, or I want to do for other people, so I need this to come in. I do see new job opportunities or money opportunities coming in, and I feel like you planted some really good seed, Aquarius. Some of you are still kind of having that failure to launch where you have the idea, but that action hasn't kind of hit you yet. It's because you're like, I can do this, I can do that, I can go this direction, I can start a business here, I can travel here. So you got to get your focus back in. We got to reel it in. Reel it in, Aquarius. Will not apply to everyone, but for some of you, it's almost like you have these amazing ideas, and these are coming from spirit. You're probably getting a lot of this in your dreams, and it's just like me. You wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, I can start this business, and then I can morph to this, and then I can expand this, and before you know it, you have 20 things going on at one time, and it's like you're discombobulated. So I feel for a few, definitely you're going to be utilizing a lot of ideas that come in. Just balance it. Balance it so you don't get overwhelmed with everything that you want to do. A lot of you are very talented, and Aquarius are very talented people because they come up with a lot of ideas. I always said a lot of people, when I talk to people, they're like, oh, Aquarius, their head is in the clouds and blah, blah, this and that. Aquarius are air sign people. They can be very airy, but what happens with that is that there tends to be this thing of a lot of creative energy that comes in for Aquarius, where it's like, I really could do this and do it well, or I could do this and do it decent, or I could do this and really make money off of it. And then it becomes this big pot with everything in it, and it's like, okay, you cannot do it all, not at one time. I'm not going to say that give up on your dreams or anything like that. I'm just going to say be a little bit focused on priorities. What can you do right now that's going to put you in a place that you need to be? And for a few of you, definitely, it's like I want money to come in so I can take care of my family. A few of you may be juggling jobs, picking up something extra, side hustles, because you're trying to bring money in. So I see some with more than one job opportunity. You could be working a job when another opportunity comes in. I'm also getting something with expansion with gifts, or some of you could be using your skills to create a side hustle. I get that I can pull money in a lot of different ways this month. So you may be doing this, but Spirit is saying moving into January, you really need to focus on what is the money maker for you. You don't need 15 jobs. You just need one good job or one good business, Aquarius. Doesn't mean you can't expand on your ideas, but it's like get something with the umbrella that you can have all this other stuff underneath. I am getting something with a young person. Some of you could be having an issue with a younger person or a younger energy. I can't remember if that came through last time. Still kind of showing. So if you're having issues with your children, a teenager, some of you, Spirit is saying you're dating a person who acts like a child. You could be dealing with somebody who's very wishy-washy and very immature for their age. So for a few of you, if you're out there and you're an older person and you're dating somebody who's younger than you, there could be some irritation or frustration that this person is a little bit like, I don't know what I want, energy, and you're like, it's driving you crazy. So Spirit is like, if you're not legally, if you're not claiming them on your income tax, you should not be raising this person, which means that if you're in a relationship with a grown-ass person and they don't know what they want to do, yeah, it might be time to move on, Aquarius, but that's going to be up to you. I do get an energy of immaturity around you. For some of you, you could be dating somebody who's looking at you this way, like, why can't you focus? Why can't you do what you need to do to get moving forward? So you may have some people that are kind of looking at you like, okay, what we doing, Aquarius? What we doing? Tell them to mind the business. You're trying to get your shit together. I do feel a lot of you are very skilled. Like I said, Aquarius are very talented people. I feel like there's this thing of either if you're an artist or a creator or you're a business owner, there's a lot of growth and expansion. But for some of you, you're not making the money that you need to make off of this. And it's because you're not hitting your demographics or you're not hitting your target market. Doesn't mean that your talent isn't worth the money. It just means that you're not showing it to the right people. So I feel like moving into December, January, there's something where you're restructuring your focus with your business. And that could be where Spirit is trying to push you. Like, okay, we know you're talented. We know you got this going on. Let's get to the right people so that they can spend the money that you need. Some of you definitely are going to be teaching. Watch your body if you're doing anything physical like gymnastics or yoga or I don't know, you're a running coach or whatever, because Spirit is showing that some of you may be having some issues with joint pain. I kind of feel like something in the hips. This could be sciatic, where you feel like your buttocks are tight or your IT band is pulling too tight. Some of you may need to incorporate more stretching or flexibility into your routine, but I am getting some joint pain. So you might want to start taking joint supplements. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. That's just kind of what's coming through, and that's what I would suggest. If you're having an issue with pain, where your hips or your knees are bothering you, then it's time to go in and get that checked out. For some of you, it could be something minor. For a few of you, it may end up having to require some type of surgery. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Some of you could be dealing with a legal situation where there is either some type of eviction, something that has to do with a home. You may be trying to evict somebody or move somebody out of your space. They don't want to go. I get conflict with a home or environment. So some of you could either be living with somebody where they're like, okay, you got to go. And you're like, where? I don't, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. For some of you, it just literally maybe you are leasing out property to someone and they're not taking care of it. And you're like, okay, it's time for you to move on. Excuse me, Aquarius. All right, coffee. Let's pull these cards. 5 of Wands. Got a little conflict. 4 of Blades. Somebody's tired of it. 8 of Blades, feeling stuck. The Star card, wanting to shine. Somebody letting you be great, Aquarius. Somebody's not, they trying to dull your shine. We got Page of Cups. We have the 9 of Blades. Some of you are definitely worried about love. Temperance, balance. 10 of Blades, betrayal. 8 of Wands, news coming in, possibly about a move or signing a contract or a lease. Woohoo! More money. 10 of coins, 10 of pentacles. Page of wands, new adventures. Queen of blades. This could possibly be your energy or another air sign that you're dealing with. The magician. Some of you could be manifesting or magically creating things. The world card. Traveling. Ace of cups. Could be meeting somebody of a different race or different culture. 9 of wands. Feeling the need to defend yourself. And the strength card. Not being held back by limitations. Let's get into it. If y'all read the cards, that was your quick reading. That was like a 2-minute reading with just the keywords, because that's kind of letting you know where you go. But for those who don't read the cards, let's get into more in-depth understanding. 5 of wands literally is conflict. Now, a lot of times this is more than one person involved, because I always get this when I feel like there's gossip or there is back talk, or you're dealing with a lot of shadiness where people are around you, where it's like, okay, so-and-so came back and told me this, and now we got Billy Bob, we got Sally Sue, we got Erica, we got, Shaniqua. All of a sudden, something that should have been between two people turns into this all-out conflict, and it's more than one person involved. Some of you, I feel like this is petty. This could possibly be childish. We got 2 kids that are literally sitting up here fighting. I'm trying to see if I get the glare off of that. There we go. That's better. And then we got an older person who's coming in and it's like, act right, act right. Back in the days, grandma came in there and shut everything down. Everybody started running. So for some of you, you could be dealing with some type of conflict that seems to be petty. This could be online, those little keyboard bullies, people just kind of poking at you. It may be something that is not worth your energy. It goes back to choosing your battles wisely. I do get deception with this. So you could be having somebody that lies, and they create some type of conflict out of a lie. So pay attention to the agenda of people around you. When you're in doubt, go to the source. Don't just take what they say. For some of you, this could be a co-worker, this could be a family member, but I get something with miscommunication that starts off where it should be really, really simple and be able to be shut down. And then next thing you know, we got everybody putting 2 cents in, which makes it even worse, and it starts to grow. With the 4 of blades, this is somebody who's tired. I'm tired of this bull crap. I'm tired of it. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to keep going back and forth with you. And trust me, I get it. This is 2020. At the end of the year, I just don't even have any patience for bull crap. I'm like, go on about your way. We ain't even going to give you energy. And air signs, I know a lot of people that say air signs do not like conflict. That's bull crap. I will sit up there and argue with a rock if I feel like it. So for some of us, we really have come into this thing, and I'm a Libra, so I completely get it, Aquarius. We have a lot of the same characteristics. It's almost like I'm tired of this. This could be arguments going on a trip with someone. You're trying to relax, and then somebody comes to you with the bullshit. And you're like, okay, what? This is not what I want. Some of you could be dealing with an energy where you're going somewhere, you're stuck with people that maybe you don't want to be stuck with, or you go on a trip and somebody starts talking about their part of the bill, or this is all I'm going to pay, and then it turns into some all out, everybody's involved in it. So for a few of you, if you are planning any type of trips with anybody, please make sure that you're very clear of how you're going to participate, what you want to do, and if it's something that you don't want to do, don't sign up for it, don't go into it, because some of you may be having somebody that really is going to ruin your peace, because there's going to be some bullcrap that gets started off. For a few of you, if you're already dealing with this conflict, you're pulling away. I don't see the Hermit card, but I feel like this person is in the middle of the woods. There's 2 skunks in the nest in front of him. He's like, don't come near me. They're going to spray you. I want to be alone. Some of you are going to be pulling away from something, or pulling away from people, because you don't want to be a part of that energy. It's almost like I don't want it. I'm trying to be here. Musa. Any other thing that comes in, I have nothing to do with it. Musa. And stay in that energy if you feel like you need to. With the 8 of blades, this is self-imposed bondage. Some of you may even be putting yourself in an environment with somebody where it's like, oh my God, not this again. Why do we keep coming back over this? Normally, 8 of blades to me is self-imposed bondage. There's a door in this room. This woman is literally leaning on the window. The baby's crying, the dog is howling, and she's like losing her freaking mind. It's basically a cry for help. Help me. The issue that with Eight of Blades, Eight of Swords in any deck is that Spirit is not holding you back. People are not holding you back. Environments are not holding you back. This is literally self-imposed, which means that if you don't have the money to move out of a bad environment, you got to stop feeling, sorry for yourself and say, okay, how do I get this money? Maybe I need to start a fans only page. Maybe I like somebody, I got a crooked foot. Maybe somebody will pay money for me to make videos of my crooked foot. There's always ways to make money to get out of an environment. It just depends on how far you're willing to go with it. You know what I'm saying? For some of you, though, this could be literally the door is in the room, turning around, making a decision and saying, I don't want to be in this energy anymore. I don't want to be in this environment anymore. I don't want to deal with this person anymore. I'm going to open the door. I'm going to walk out. Now, of course, give the baby the bottle first and put some dog food there for the dog, but they'll be okay. Baby's in the crib. They're going to be all right. For some of you, this could be walking away from a job, walking away from a relationship, walking away from something that no longer serves you, that makes you feel trapped, makes you feel stuck, and you don't like this feeling. You do not like this feeling. The Star card is showing positive movement that comes after this, which means that really when you turn around and walk out this door, you actually do have something better that's waiting for you. The Star card is like, okay, let's shine, let's illuminate, let's get out of this. Here we have somebody in the bathrobe, they're losing their mind, and we have a little girl on top of a rubble, and she's literally pulling people out. So people are like, you're my savior, you're this, you're that. Some of you, I'm wondering if this self-imposed bondage could be that you feel like a lot of people are dependent on you, and you're doing everything for everybody else but yourself. You're not shining. This person is really torn down. They need a rest. They need a vacation. Maybe they've been dealing with conflict and they're tired of dealing with this with people. Sometimes this is really one-sided relationships where you're putting a lot of energy into people, but you're not getting the same thing out of it. People are looking at you for help. Look at all these hands reaching up for this little girl. Help me, pull me out, get me out of this situation. Be really clear, Aquarius, that you don't have to deal with shit that is not yours. If it's not your problem, you got to let people go ahead and deal with what they need to. For some people, this might even be, if you're a cross watcher, you could be dealing with an Aquarius that is stuck, and you're thinking, okay, I've done this for you, I did this, I tried to help you, I'm giving you money, and they don't want to move. You got to go ahead and let somebody come out of that themselves, because it shows you can only help them so much, especially when they're in self-imposed bondage, because this is a mind thing. I think I can't do it, so I won't do it. I feel like I'm scared, so I'm not going to come out of that energy because I don't know what I'm going into. For a lot of you, it's your time to shine, but you're being distracted by so many other things around you that you're not picking up on it, or you're not taking advantage of it, Aquarius. You can come out of it. I get a lot of worry, and I feel like we got the Page of Cups here. Now, sometimes pages bring messages. This is somebody who could be younger. Well, nice bring messages. Pages, I definitely feel like this is somebody who's younger. I keep getting a lot of conversation, and maybe that's why I'm going with messages. Maybe you're getting a lot of text messages from somebody who's younger. This could be your child. You could have somebody that's away in college or in the military, or maybe they branched off in their own apartment, and it's like, okay, this is going on. I don't know what's going to happen. I need your advice. And I get with this energy, this is somebody that could be immature, and it kind of comes back to the immature energy we were talking about in the intro, where you could be feeling like, okay, I need you to think for yourself, or I need you to be able to do something for yourself. This could be a co-worker, this could be a family member, but I feel like this may be a younger energy than you. We got the Nine of Swords, which is somebody who literally is stressed out. They can't sleep at night. They got pills beside their bed, so they're taking something to help them sleep. They're self-medicating. The dog is looking at them like, what's going on? Why are you sad? Some of you may be feeling overwhelmed because you're dealing with an issue with a child, or you're worried about a child. And I'm a parent, so I 100% understand that. When you get those phone calls late at night, it's like, what happened? Because you want to make sure your child is safe. Some of you do have to make sure that you're not enabling a person who is younger. I mean, of course, legally, if you have a younger child, you have to take care of your child. If you feel overwhelmed, then you have to reach out for help. For some of you, though, I feel like you could just be dealing with an immature energy, and you're not teaching this person how to stand on their own. Be careful of one-sided relationships that start draining you. If this is a co-worker, you could have somebody who's coming in and it's like, I want to do this project, but I don't know how to do this project and I need this help. Can you help me? You start helping them, they pull away, you get stressed out. For some of you, if this is a child, you could have a child that's going through something. Maybe they're having a hard time finding themselves and you're like, okay, when are we going to get there? I'm worried about you. For some of you, you may have somebody who's younger who needs financial support and you're like, okay, how much more can I do for you? Will not apply to everyone, but I feel for some of you, definitely. It could be energies with a child or a younger person. Some of you could be dealing with somebody where you feel like we just don't match anymore. We're not balanced. This could be something, even with the cheating and the entanglements and stuff. Some of you may feel like you're growing away from someone. This could be a spouse, a partner, a friend. For some of you, you may be at odds with a child because, you woke up one morning and they came home and they're looking like this guy with piercings and tattoos. And you're like, that's not what we do. Somebody could be looking at you that way, like you're changing. I don't really know you anymore. We're not connected anymore. There is this thing of something outgrowing you or you outgrowing something. Could be an environment, could be a person that you're dealing with. For some of you, because there is a difference, there may be an energy of having to watch your back with somebody because you don't really feel like they're for you. Now, if this is a co-worker, and I keep getting something with papers being misplaced and things not being turned in, if there's something that is important, Aquarius, that needs to be turned in, make sure you do it. Make sure you handle your business at work because you could have somebody who's trying to do you dirty. For some of you, you're going to find out that a relationship that you're in, your partner is seeing someone else or vice versa. It's a general read. There's betrayal. I was stabbed in the back. How could you do this to me? And betrayal always comes from people we know. This comes from family, friends, co-workers that are close to us. So it's almost like confiding in somebody, believing in somebody, trusting somebody, and then they turn around and they stab you in the back and you're like, oh, how can you do this to me? Even the damn cat don't turn on you, Aquarius. Some of you definitely are going to be dealing with some disappointment with a relationship because something that you thought should have been balanced is not balanced. Be careful and be on the lookout for fake friends. People that seemingly feel like they're in your corner, but then you find out that they're really not. They possibly could be gossiping with you. Lord have mercy. I don't put somebody on my phone as the pervert. Which means that is a do not answer. I'm a massage therapist, so sometimes you got to break it down like that. Look, you pervert, you get coded with me. You get coded. That's a damn shame too. Some of you definitely are going to be dealing with conflict, gossip, something that comes back to you where you thought you could trust somebody and then you're realizing, man, they stabbed me in the back, they did me dirty. There could even be worries about it. For some of you, this could be your child. This could be somebody that you're dealing with where you're feeling like, damn, you did me wrong. You let me down. Disappointment is there. Stress and worry are there. Some of you could be finding out that someone that maybe you live with or you have plans with is leaving. They're moving away. I don't feel like they're maybe telling you the truth with this because I do get deception. So for a few of you, you may be finding out a roommate or somebody that you have plans with, whether this is a spouse or whatever, could be planning their exit. And they're not telling you about this and you feel very betrayed by this person. So I will say, pay attention to your circle, your people, if they start to change, if they're acting different, because it's going to give you the heads up on who you need to kind of look at and look at them closely. For a few of you, I definitely feel because of a betrayal or a disappointment, you're going to be moving on. And because I was using my voice talking about that, I feel like there is a lack of communication where someone is not saying what they need to say. Could be somebody saying, I am going to move or I need to move, but they're not telling you. And I feel like they're waiting to the last minute because they don't want the conflict, which may end up leaving you really hurt. For a few of you, if you've been dealing with somebody with a house or a living arrangement, this person may be making plans behind your back to move somebody else in, or like some of these people in New York where they're paying rent, and then the landlord has already sold the building. So they've just been paying into a black hole because they're still going to be evicted because somebody else is going to buy the building. Pay attention to your circle and the vibes that you get with people. Definitely for a few of you, if you have been trying to sell a home, I see that that's going to come through. There is a new move that's going to be coming in for some of you. You're going to be looking for an apartment or a house. Some of you may not have a choice because it could be a roommate situation, or you may be dealing with eviction. The thing about it, though, is showing that there is a positive move forward for a few of you if this has to happen, because it's like almost like it's setting you free from an environment you don't need to be in. It will not apply to everyone, but to some of you, this is going to be actually a blessing in disguise. Now, if you're not going through that, I feel like some of you are either doing some type of remodeling, you're doing something around your property or your house, you're adding on, and it seems to be positive because I'm getting a lot of good energy from something that is being remodeled or redone. And this could be a house, an apartment, whatever it is. I keep getting something even with a boat. So some of you might be doing something to a boat or upgrading a boat. Ten of Pentacles is coming in, which means that there's some type of payday that's coming to you, Aquarius. For some of you, this could be an inheritance. Some of you, I keep hearing a lotto, play them damn numbers. For some of you, it's just an opportunity where there's unexpected money that is coming your way. Could be an early tax refund. For some, this could be even a second stimulus check, but I do get unexpected money that's going to be coming in. I do get job opportunities that are going to be coming in, which means some of you could be going from a job where you're making $50,000 a year to $75,000, $80,000 or more. There is this thing of something opening up for you guys that brings in more financial gain, and there could be some travel involved with it. We got the Magician, and we definitely have some type of manifestation that's coming in. Some of you could be manifesting this money or this opportunity. I do see travel coming in. You could be traveling to see somebody who does a little spell work, or magicians. You might be going to Mexico or Brazil or wherever you go. Some of you definitely are going to be making a connection with that. I also see, too, you could be dealing with another air sign person, traveling with them. I get fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could be going on an adventure with a fire sign, a road trip. You could be manifesting a vacation. I do get something with another air sign. Some of you could be practicing some type of spell work. You could be opening something up in your spirituality. Will not apply to everyone, but for those that are kind of going into it, I do feel like there's going to be some type of connection with wanting to learn more. Definitely digging a little bit deeper into spirituality, and there is some spiritual growth that's coming in. Some of you are going to be excited about this new journey, learning something new. But I definitely feel for the majority with this Page of Wands, something coming in quick. Definitely looks like some type of message. I feel like there could be some type of vacation or trip with either a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You may find love with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Let me see. And possibly even another air sign. Some of you may be visiting an air sign, or an air sign may be visiting you. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Ace of Cups is coming in and showing that there is new love interest that is going to be coming your way, Aquarius. With the Nine of Wands, though, you may be feeling like you need to defend this person. They could be of a different race, different culture, different religious belief. You may have family and friends that do not accept this person, or they may feel some kind of way about this person. Some of you may even have some family that pulls away from you because of somebody that you're dating or bringing into your life. Or there could be some conflict about your choices with relationships and love. I do feel that there could be something where you're really connecting with somebody of a different race or different culture. And it seems like you're very diversified when it comes to who you're willing to date. So some of you are like, you know what, I'm going to try a little bit of whatever. And you may have some people that are kind of questioning your choices, whether this is your love, your job, or your spirituality. I definitely feel like some of you are going to feel on the wall this month, where you're ducking and dodging. Like, what do you want to know? Why do you want to know this? And trust me, if you're an adult and you pay your own shit, you really don't have to explain anything to anyone. Some of you may feel yourselves having to do that, and you're feeling like you're being beat up or on, some type of alert where people are gossiping at you or, trying to make you feel a certain way. With the Strength card, we got with the Nine of Wands, this is somebody who feels beat up, feels like, they're down for the count, even though he's up on his feet. He's bruised, his arm is hurt, he's looking around, there's people ridiculing him, talking about him. And then we got the wheelchair with the strength card where this person is limited. You could be coming out the end of the month feeling like I made some choices that people don't agree with. They're pulling away from me. I'm defending myself and I don't feel comfortable with this anymore. Some of you are going to be losing some friends or pulling away from an environment because it's not conducive to your growth. I will say you're going to get past this. The strength card is your final card. And it's showing that no matter what happened, you're still moving forward in a very strong way. So some of you may definitely have to go through some obstacle or conflict, but I feel like that you're putting your foot down. I mean, even with this, let me pull on this. I feel like somebody is really saying this is what I want. And it could be walking away from a marriage or a relationship and dealing with somebody else, and the family is not okay with it. You may come out of it a little bit roughed up, but the strength card is telling me that you're going to be okay. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Don't let your limitations define you or hold you back, Aquarius. With this Nine of Wands, this could be people purposely trying to keep you from moving forward. Even at the beginning, I felt like somebody was trying to take your shine away from you, putting some pressure on you and not letting you be great. Aquarius, let's see. We got the cheating card. We got breakup, upset. We got gossip. We definitely have money coming in for you guys. A friend that possibly could turn into a love interest. And we have judgment. Selling, one-sided relationship. Somebody being petty. Somebody trying to start some confusion in your life, and it looks like feminine energy. For some of you, it could be a man that acts feminine. For a few of you, just a woman. But I definitely see trying to do new beginnings and a lack of progress, and it's because people are judging your decisions in life. The thing of it is there is love triangles where some people are going to walk away from a partnership and connect with somebody else, and you're going to get some flack about it. You're going to get some flack about the choices that you made. The thing about it is that you're still moving forward to solid ground. So you got to make decisions that benefit you, because the strength card shows at the end, you're the one that you have to stand with this. And you're going to be okay. So you may go through a couple of obstacles, because I do see this month could be a little bit stressful for you guys. You do have money coming in. You do have moves coming in, a couple of hard decisions, and betrayal could be something that makes it easier for you to make these decisions, because you may decide, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I have to move on and look out for you. And at the end of the day, Aquarius, it looks like you're going to look out for you, which you should. All right, you guys, please be safe. Take care. I love you.